Elvis Presley starred in 31 movies and recorded over 600 songs in his lifetime. His film, Blue Hawaii, made more money than classics like West Side Story in 1961. The king of rock and roll spent 13 years of his career focused on making movies rather than touring. The song Jailhouse Rock inspired one of the most iconic dance sequences in film history, choreographed by Elvis himself. Elvis Presley wasn't just the king of rock and roll. He was a bona fide movie star who dominated the box office throughout the late 1950s and 1960s. While critics might have panned many of his films as formulaic, there's no denying that these movies gave us some of the catchiest songs in his entire catalog. From beach parties to prison dance numbers, Elvis's movie songs have a special place in pop culture history. Here's our countdown of the 9 most earwormy, can't get them out of your head tunes from Elvis's Hollywood years. Number 9. Bossa Nova Baby. Fun in Acapulco, 1963. You probably didn't know that Bossa Nova Baby wasn't originally written for Elvis. The song was actually penned by the legendary songwriting duo Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller, who also wrote Hound Dog and Jailhouse Rock. But Elvis took this upbeat Latin-influenced number and made it completely his own in the 1963 film Fun in Acapulco. In the movie, Elvis plays Mike Wingren, a former trapeze artist working as a lifeguard and nightclub singer in Mexico. When he performs Bossa Nova Baby, the entire nightclub erupts into a dance frenzy. And honestly, it's hard not to do the same when you hear this tune. The song reached pound 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has that perfect combination of Elvis's rock vocals with the trendy bossa nova rhythm that was sweeping America at the time. The fast-tempo hand claps and infectious chorus make it impossible to sit still while listening. What makes this song so catchy is its relentless energy. Elvis sounds like he's having the time of his life, backed by enthusiastic female vocals and a horn section that punctuates every beat. The song also features in a scene where Elvis is surrounded by beautiful dancers, creating a visual memory that's hard to separate from the tune itself. Elvis never performed this song live in concert, making it exclusively a movie track, which somehow makes it even more special for fans of his film career. Number 8. Return to Sender. Girls, 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 1962. Return to Sender might be one of Elvis's most instantly recognizable songs, and it came from his 1962 film Girls, Girls, Girls. The song tells the story of a heartbroken man who keeps sending letters to his ex-girlfriend only to have them returned with postal notes like no such number and no such zone. In the movie, Elvis plays Ross Carpenter, a fishing boat captain who performs in nightclubs to earn extra money. The song sequence is pretty simple compared to some of his more elaborate numbers. Elvis just stands on stage with his guitar, but the simplicity lets the catchiness of the song shine through. Written by Winfield Scott and Otis Blackwell, who also wrote Don't Be Cruel and All Shook Up, Return to Sender reached pound 2 on the US charts and pound 1 in the UK. It's got that classic early 60s pop structure that hooks you immediately. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus. But it's the clever lyrics about mail delivery that make it so memorable. The song has been covered by countless artists and has appeared in everything from TV commercials to other movies. It's so catchy that the United States Postal Service even issued an Elvis stamp in 1993 with "Return to Sender" as its theme? What makes this song endure is its perfect blend of humor and heartbreak. Elvis delivers the lyrics with just the right amount of frustration and hope, and the bouncy doo-wop backing vocals make it impossible not to sing along. Number 7. Burning Love. Elvis on Tour, 1972. Technically, Burning Love wasn't written for a narrative Elvis film, but was featured in the 1972 documentary Elvis on Tour. This distinction is important because by 1972, Elvis had largely moved away from his acting career and returned to live performing. Burning Love represents a different era in Elvis's career. It's bigger, more powerful, and more rock-oriented than his earlier movie songs. Released as a single in 1972, it became Elvis's last major hit on the U.S. charts, reaching Pound 2, kept from the top spot by Chuck Berry's novelty song, My Ding-a-ling, if you can believe it. The song opens with that iconic guitar riff and driving drum beat that immediately grab your attention. When Elvis comes in with Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising, you know you're in for something special. The song builds and builds with a gospel-style chorus, backing Elvis as he belts out the refrain, I'm just a hunk of burning love. What makes this song so addictive is its relentless energy. It never lets up from the first note to the last, and Elvis's vocal performance is passionate and raw. The lyrics about being consumed by love's fire are simple but effective, and the musical arrangement with its driving rhythm, hand claps, and gospel-influenced backing vocals creates an irresistible groove. Burning Love continues to be one of Elvis's most popular songs. It's been used in countless movies, TV shows, and commercials, and it's a staple of any Elvis compilation. In fact, many younger fans know Elvis primarily through this song, making it an enduring part of his legacy. Number 6. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, 1964. Viva Las Vegas is the title track from what many consider to be one of Elvis's better films. The 1964 movie paired him with Anne Margaret, creating one of the most electric on-screen couples in musical film history. Their chemistry was so powerful that it reportedly led to a real-life affair, much to the dismay of Elvis's then-girlfriend Priscilla. Written by Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann. Viva Las Vegas captures the excitement and energy of Sin City perfectly. From the opening piano glissando to the final chord, the song moves at a breathless pace, mirroring the non-stop action of the Vegas Strip. In the movie, Elvis plays Lucky Jackson, a race car driver trying to raise money to buy a new engine for his car. The song plays during a montage of Las Vegas attractions, with Elvis and Anne Margaret enjoying the city's many delights. What makes this song so catchy is its relentless tempo and Elvis's enthusiastic delivery. He sounds genuinely excited about Vegas, selling every line about bright light city and one-armed bandits. The arrangement is full of brass hits, piano runs, and a driving backbeat that propels the song forward. Surprisingly, Viva Las Vegas wasn't a huge hit when it was first released. It only reached pound 29 on the Billboard charts, partly because it was released as a B-side to What I Say. But over time, it's become one of Elvis's signature songs and an unofficial anthem for Las Vegas itself. The song has been covered by countless artists, from Zy-Dop to Bruce Springsteen, and it's been used in everything from commercials to sports events. Whenever Vegas needs to be evoked in pop culture, Viva Las Vegas is the go-to song, cementing its place in American musical history. Number 5. Blue Hawaii, Blue Hawaii, 1961. When you think of Elvis's movie career, Blue Hawaii is probably one of the first films that comes to mind. This 1961 hit established the formula that many of his later movies would follow. Exotic location, simple plot, beautiful women, and plenty of songs. The title track, Blue Hawaii, actually wasn't written for Elvis or the movie. It's a much older song, written in 1937 by Leo Robin and Ralph Reinger for the Bing Crosby film, Waikiki Wedding. But Elvis's version, with its dreamy arrangement and his tender vocal performance, made it his own. In the film, Elvis plays Chadwick Gates, a returning soldier who wants to work as a tour guide in Hawaii rather than join his family's pineapple business. He sings Blue Hawaii during a romantic beach scene with his girlfriend, played by Joan Blackman. What makes this song so memorable is its transportive quality. From the first notes of the Hawaiian guitar to Elvis's gentle croon, you're immediately carried away to tropical shores and blue waters. It's a perfect example of how a song can create a complete sensory experience. The arrangement is lush and romantic, with traditional Hawaiian instruments mixed with strings and subtle backing vocals. Elvis sings it with genuine feeling, his voice soft and intimate, showing a different side from his more rocking numbers. Blue Hawaii became one of Elvis's signature songs and helped make the film a massive hit. It was the 10th highest grossing movie of 1961 and led to more vacation movies in Elvis's filmography. The song's enduring popularity has made it a standard for anyone performing Hawaiian music, and it continues to evoke the island's romance and beauty over 60 years later. Number 4. A Little Less Conversation, Live a Little, Love a Little, 1968. It's almost hard to believe that A Little Less Conversation was originally just a minor track from one of Elvis's lesser-known films. Featured in the 1968 movie Live a Little, Love a Little, the song didn't make much of an impact when it was first released. But thanks to a remix by Junkie the 40th in 2002, it became a global hit over 30 years after its original recording and introduced Elvis to a whole new generation. In the original film, Elvis plays photographer Greg Nolan, who juggles 2 jobs and becomes involved with a quirky woman named Bernice. The song appears briefly in the film and wasn't even released as a single in the United States at the time. Written by Mac Davis and Billy Strange, A Little Less Conversation has a different feel from many of Elvis's other movie songs. It's funkier, with a driving bass line and brass hits that show the influence of late 60s soul music. The lyrics are more assertive and adult-themed, with Elvis telling a woman that they need a little less conversation, a little more action. What makes the original version catchy is its sheer energy and Elvis's commanding vocal performance. He delivers lines like, "Satisfy me, baby," with a confidence that reminds listeners why he was called the king. The song's structure is also clever, with a build-up to each chorus that creates anticipation. But it was the Junkie the 40th remix that really showed how timeless and adaptable the song was, by emphasizing the funky bass line, adding a modern beat, and sampling Elvis's iconic "Ah-ha-ha" grunts. The remix topped charts worldwide and was used in everything from movies to commercials to sports events. The song's journey from obscure movie track to global hit demonstrates the enduring power of Elvis's catalog and voice. Even in one of his less successful films, he created music that could resonate decades later. Number 3. Can't Help Falling in Love. Blue Hawaii, 1961. Can't Help Falling in Love isn't just one of Elvis's most catchy movie songs. It's one of the most beloved love songs of all time. Featured in the 1961 film Blue Hawaii, this tender ballad has transcended its origins to become a wedding standard and one of Elvis's signature songs. The song was inspired by Plaisir d'amour, a French love song from 1784, and was written by George Weiss, Hugo Peretti, and Luigi Creator. In the film, Elvis sings it to his grandmother as a birthday present, but the song's universal message of inevitable love has connected with generations of listeners. What makes Can't Help Falling in Love so catchy isn't a fast tempo or elaborate production. It's the perfect simplicity of its melody and lyrics. The opening line, "Wise men say only fools rush in," immediately establishes a philosophical tone, setting up the singer's willing surrender to love despite potential risks. Elvis delivers the song with incredible tenderness, his voice gentle but assured as he navigates the melody. The arrangement starts simply with guitar and light percussion before gradually adding strings that swell beneath Elvis's voice, creating a romantic atmosphere that's hard to resist. The song reached #2 on the US charts and #1 in the UK. Elvis made it a highlight of his live shows, usually performing it as the grand finale where he would give scarves to audience members. The famous concert film, Elvis, Aloha from Hawaii, concludes with this song, cementing its special place in his repertoire. Over the years, Can't Help Falling in Love has been covered by hundreds of artists, from UB40 to Andrea Bocelli to 21 Pilots. Its simple message and beautiful melody have made it a timeless classic that continues to capture hearts decades after Elvis first sang it on a Hawaiian beach. Number 2. Love Me Tender. Love Me Tender, 1956. Love Me Tender marks a significant milestone in Elvis's career. It was the title song from his first starring film role. Released in 1956, the movie Love Me Tender capitalized on Elvis's skyrocketing popularity, though it was his only film role where he didn't get top billing. That went to actor Richard Egan. The song itself has an interesting history. Its melody is based on Ora Lee, a Civil War-era ballad from 1861. New lyrics were written by Ken Darby, under the pseudonym Vera Mattson, his wife's name, and Elvis himself received a co-writing credit, though his actual contribution to the writing is debated. In the film, which is set after the Civil War, Elvis plays Clint Reno, who marries his older brother's girlfriend after the brother is presumed dead in the war. Elvis sings Love Me Tender to his character's wife, played by Deborah Paget. What makes this song so enduringly catchy is its stark contrast to the rockabilly style that had made Elvis famous. Love Me Tender is stripped down and vulnerable, with Elvis's voice accompanied mainly by guitar. There are no drums or fancy arrangements, just Elvis's gentle emotional delivery of lines like "Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart." The song was released before the movie and became an instant hit, reaching #1 on the charts for 5 weeks. It was so popular that the film, originally titled The Reno Brothers, was renamed to capitalize on the song's success. Love Me Tender showed another side of Elvis's talent, his ability to deliver a heartfelt ballad with sincerity and emotion. It expanded his appeal beyond the teen rock and roll audience and established him as a versatile performer who could handle different musical styles. The song remains one of Elvis's most recognized and beloved recordings. Its simple beauty and emotional directness have made it a standard at weddings and romantic occasions, ensuring that even people who aren't Elvis fans are familiar with its tender melody and heartfelt lyrics. Number 1. Jailhouse Rock, Jailhouse Rock, 1957. Jailhouse Rock isn't just the catchiest song from Elvis's film career. It's arguably one of the most iconic rock and roll songs of all time. Featured in the 1957 movie of the same name, both the song and its accompanying dance sequence have become defining moments in popular culture. In the film, Elvis plays Vince Everett, a young man who learns to play guitar while serving time in prison for manslaughter. The Jailhouse Rock sequence shows Vince's performance on a television show after his release, and it features one of the most famous dance routines in film history, choreographed by Elvis himself. Written by the legendary team of Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller, Jailhouse Rock is rock and roll distilled to its purest form. From its opening guitar riff to Elvis's sneering vocals, the song captures the rebellious energy that made rock and roll so exciting and threatening to the establishment in the 1950s. What makes this song so irresistibly catchy is its relentless drive and rhythmic precision. The verses build with a simmering tension, then explode into the chorus, where Elvis proclaims, "Let's rock everybody, let's rock." The backing vocals, with prisoners shouting Jailhouse Rock in response, create a call and response pattern that invites listeners to join in. The lyrics are cleverly written with humorous references to prison life, the warden threw a party in the county jail, and playful double entendres. Number 47 said to number 3, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see ya." Elvis delivers them with just the right amount of attitude and humor. The song reached #1 on the US charts and became one of Elvis's signature numbers. The film performance, with Elvis in his iconic striped shirt and the dancers executing precise, athletic moves on a stylized prison set, has been referenced and parodied countless times in pop culture. Jailhouse Rock represents Elvis at the height of his powers as both a musician and a film star. While he would go on to record many more hits and star in many more movies, this perfect fusion of song and image captures what made him such a revolutionary force in entertainment. More than 65 years after its release, Jailhouse Rock remains as electrifying and catchy as ever, a testament to Elvis's enduring impact on music and film.